Today's gonna be a good day. And of course, there's already a huge line. And buses just came. There's so many people here today. No state in the United States of America is more pleasantly situated than this. Hi guys, what's going on? I got a good one for y'all today. We're at Mount Vernon, George Washington's Mount Vernon, and today we're gonna go talk about him a little bit. We're gonna go check out his house, and we're gonna go check out his grave. Yes, he actually does have a grave. Yes, I'm gonna go see it. It's gonna be a good day. So just so I can prove myself that we're always learning here. There's always something to see. There's always something to do. And on this channel, we've become accustomed to learning history, seeing history, and I absolutely love it. So with that said, let's go see some cool things. So about a year ago, when I first started my own YouTube channel, this is one place I always told myself I was going to come and visit. It's taken me almost a year to get here, but we are here. It's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to try to do this all in real time for you guys. And as I come up on the Washington Mansion, there it is. That's pretty cool. As I've gotten older, I found I've become a lot more antisocial. So there's a bunch of tour groups here with high schools. They want to go see the mansion first. I'm going to go see his tomb first, so I don't have to deal with them. Nothing against them. They seem like good people, but I don't want to deal with them. A lot of ducks, or geese. Sorry, geese and ducks. So George Washington is known mostly for his time during the American Revolution when he was the general, and eventually became the first president of the United States. But he was so much more. He was a farmer. He was a businessman. A lot of his businesses failed, but a lot of them didn't. So we're gonna go up and see George Washington's tomb, but this is the second tomb they had. The first one he was, and we'll go see that. The first one he was put in 1799 when he passed away, and it was about 31 years in 1831 when this tomb was actually built. We'll get into some history here. Within this enclosure rest the remains of General George Washington. Within the vault lie buried the mortal remains of Bushrod Washington, an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the U.S. He died in Philadelphia, November 26, 1829. George is on the right and Martha's on the left, correct? Right there he is, our first president and his wife. This is a place I've wanted to visit for a really long time. Up there it says, I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. He that believed in me, who are dead yet, shall he live, and whatsoever liveth and believeth in me shall die. St. John 25:26. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It says in 1799, the state was home to a community of 317 enslaved men, women, and children. They had no choice but to live here. Most of these enslaved people lived and worked on the 4 outlying farms as agricultural laborers. About 1/4 of the population worked here on the mansion house farm as skilled laborers such as blacksmiths, carpenters, spinners, and seamstresses. In his will, Washington provided for the freedom of the 123 individuals he owned. Effective upon Mrs. Washington's death, she freed them early on January 1st, 1801. The remaining 194 people, whether dour or rented slaves, remained enslaved at the death of General and Mrs. Washington. He had slaves. He owned about 123 of them. And the rest of them were pretty much rented out. And this right here is going to be the slave memorial that they have here. Okay, I do this in real time. I'm not sure if there's any graves. I don't think that there is. We're going to go find out. It says in 1929, the Mount Vernon Ladies Association placed a marker knowing the location of the slave cemetery, believed to be the first commemoration of its kind at a historic site. Despite this recognition, the burial ground lay unattended for decades until a group of citizens began a concerted effort to honor the enslaved people buried here. In 1983, Mount Vernon dedicated a new memorial, which is designed by the agriculture students at Howard University. It is a lasting tribute to the memory of those individuals who lived and toiled in bondage here. I can't believe I'm actually here. This is a bucket list item for me. And I'm so glad and so happy that I came here. Just wow. I'm in awe right now. Especially for a history buff. I need a history buff out there. This is a must come. I read it to you. I know you guys can't read that. It says, in memory of the Afro-Americans who served as slaves at Mount Vernon, this monument marking their burial ground dedication, September 21st, 1983, Mount Vernon Ladies Association. Some things they say in here is hope. Just hope. That's it. Wow. It says, the memory of many faithful colored servants of the Washington family buried at Mount Vernon from 1760 to 1860. There are unidentified graves surround the spot. 1929. Wow. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. But can you guys see the string all the way up? I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's about the shape of a body. Big burying ground for all the slaves that were here. So guys, I do gotta take a minute right now, guys, and tell you sorry for how jumbled up this video is. It's kind of all over the place. So if you ever visit here, there'd be like things there, things there. So it's not in any particular order like I wanted it to be, but I'm doing the best I can for y'all. This place has got me all hot and sweaty, so I'm sorry if I'm out of breath. It's a big place, huge place. But remember earlier when we talked about the old tomb, how it took about 32 years to finish, from 1799 to about 1830, 1831-ish. Washington was entombed in this place I'm getting ready to show you here. Hold on. And this right here, my friends, is going to be the original tomb where George Washington was interred at. If you guys like weird, kind of goofy stuff like I do, you gotta come here. Or a history buff, or just have a good day. Like, this is a cool place. And it says, the old vault. The family vault at Mount Vernon required repairs and being improperly situated. Besides, I started at a new one-up brick and up on a larger scale, may be built at the foot of what is commonly called the vineyard enclosure. Last one testimony of George Washington, July 1799. The plan was for him to originally be interred here, but he figured with erosion, which is right next to the Potomac River, he figured with erosion over time, it would be turned to nothing. You see these walls here? These are called ha-ha walls. Basically, when George Washington lived here, he didn't want to put up a bunch of fences and deter people from seeing the landscape of the place. So he put these walls up that are pretty much even with the mansion. So the cows could still graze without them running away, basically. And nobody knows why they're called ha-ha walls. The more you learn, I tell you. I did not know that, so I came here today. As I get a little bit closer to the mansion here, you know, there's how many millions of dollars this thing would be worth nowadays. Tens of millions of dollars. We're gonna try to get inside. I don't know. I didn't buy a museum ticket or a mansion ticket, but I met a nice lady that might be able to get me inside. So we'll see. You know, back in the 1700s, they called this building a necessary. Today, we'd call it a porta potty. Wow. It's fancier than my house. So I was just told by the nice lady that's going to let me inside that George Washington planted this tree. There's a matching one over on the other side. I am currently in the museum that's here on the grounds, and this is all stuff that George Washington owned. A punch bowl, has cuffs. Wow. He was part of a secret society known as the Freemasons, which I'm sure you've all heard about now due to the movie National Treasure. Wow. So they got these wax sculptures here. And this is Washington age 45. And here that they actually went to the Smithsonian, took all of his measurements, made all the clothes to fit the time period, took hair samples so they could even get the hair color right. Wow, unbelievable. Over here, you can see it. Those are George Washington spectacles. Unbelievable. So not only was Washington our first president, he was also, at the time, one of the biggest whiskey distillers in America. And they actually sell their whiskey here with the same recipe that was used back in the 1770s. And this is a detailed account of work done at George Washington's farms. I can't see that too much of the glare. And I tell you guys right now, I came down to the museum to see one thing, and one thing only, and it is right here. And I hope it comes out on camera, because those are George Washington's dentures. Now, contrary to popular belief, they're not made of wood. They're made of bone and other stuff. That is unbelievable. I've seen a lot of things since I've been doing YouTube, but this is just unreal. Wow. This is interesting. This is a reproduction of General Washington's coffin. Crazy. Boy, what a place this is, let me tell you. I did get to do the mansion tour. We were not allowed to take video, but if I remember, I will put a picture of where Washington died right here, because that was pretty freaking cool. Somebody likes weird things like I do. That's pretty awesome. But I hope you guys like this video. Like it, subscribe to the channel, help me out, and I will see you guys in the next one. You guys stay safe, and I love y'all.